I'm Mark Saxton, and this is Back to the Drawing Board. Thanks for joining me yet again for another Friday night. Cheers to all of you. Now, to start off, something really exciting a hockey tournament involving four nations: Canada, Finland, Sweden, and the mighty U.S., taking place between February 12th and February 20th. I think it's going to be awesome. I hope this is a tournament that could grow and get more countries in and maybe do it maybe not in the middle of the season because I don't know exactly how rosters are going to work with all this. I can't wait. I think this is going to get more people involved in hockey. I think this is going to get more attention. Maybe some mid season attention, bringing that entertainment. I mean, like I said, you're gonna have McDavid getting a chance to represent Canada. Austin Matthews getting ready to represent the United States. Aho representing Finland. Um, I think this is going to be great. Now, like I said, I just don't know how it's going to disrupt the the rosters going into the regular season. Some teams needing a lot of help, and if they choose not to play because they stay within their organization, then they get a chance to they miss out on a chance to represent their country. So I hope this is something that they can play with and fix. Nonetheless, I'm excited. I think that's going to be great. I think it's going to be great for the sport, great for the countries, and great for the players that actually do get to don those country uniforms and represent their country to try and win some hardware. Moving on, it's going to be an interesting topic, as this was, I believe, 2 days ago, and we're going to talk about the USC. Bryce Thuggins Mitchell with a rather interesting take on Hitler. Um, First and foremost, I support everything that Dana White had to say about it, coming out and saying that that was and I quote, the most fucking stupidest shit he has ever heard. Top one, top one. The fact that this was day one of this fucking guy's podcast and he wants to come out supporting Hitler. Listen, I'm with Dana White. Everybody's got a freedom of speech. I think the greatest thing about freedom of speech is, that obviously I don't agree with any censoring. And I think that it's great when people come out with these moronic, fucking absolutely asinine opinions. I think it's important that we highlight it. I think it's important that we point it out. I don't think it's important to hide it from people because we need to point them out and make sure we know who they are. So, hats off to Dana White for handling it how he's handling it. There's obviously no punishments coming towards Bryce Mitchell for his views, because Dana White is a supporter of freedom of speech, and I love that. And I'm with Dana White. Now, Bryce Thuggins Mitchell used to be one of my favorite fighters. Now I can't wait to see him get the shit kicked out of him next fight he gets for such a fucking moronic and ignorant statement that he had to say. And if you haven't heard it, it's all over the internet. Go look it up. Completely disappointed. He had a chance to make some good with his platform and said he's spewing hatred and ignorance. And once again, I can't wait to see somebody knock the fucking living shit out of him for that stupid shit that he has to say. Anybody who calls themselves an American and anybody who's proud to be an American is not going to support any hatred or an annihilation of any race or creed or religion of any human being. That being said, I felt the need to address that because it's fucking it's stupid. It's so dumb. Why would you even come out and say shit like that? Nonetheless, proud of Dana White. Always proud of Dana White coming in doing his thing. Moving on, we've got one hell of a fight night. A fight night, guys. This is free. We get to watch some great fighters coming in with tomorrow's fights starting at 10 a.m. Arizona time. They are fighting in the Middle East. They're going to be fighting in Saudi Arabia. So I think the fact that we get to watch some of these fighters that are absolutely no charge. I think that is great for the sport. An awesome marketing genius point for Dana White and the UFC. We've got just some of them. We've got Said Nurmagomedov gonna fight Vinicius Oliveira. That's gonna be great. Now my money's on Nurmagomedov for sure. We got Sergey Pavlovich fighting Roisenstrike, which the big boy's gonna get down and throw at it. Can't wait for that. I'm taking Pavlich all day long, and then you got Michael Venom Page taking on Magomedov. I think Magomedov is a fucking beast. The two eye colors, I think, adds to his intimidation. This man is fucking wild in the cage. Venom Page can strike though. He can strike like nobody's business. So those kicks are fucking wild. I don't know. This one's a toss up. I'm excited for it. I think I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna give it to Michael Venom Page, but only just, dude. This is awesome. Once again, being that this is a free card, you take advantage, enjoy some fights. And then your main event, you got Izzy getting back in the octagon against Imavov. Now, here's the thing: I see a lot of hate going to Izzy, being that he's lost, the last couple fights. But they were, dude. I think it's not fair because the hate, because I mean he lost to Plessis, Strickland, and Pereira. I mean, come on, those those are huge. Those are like, it's not like he lost the chumps. You know what I'm saying? So those are his last three losses, and I think anybody getting hate over that is beyond me. So I'm rooting for Izzy. I don't think he's gonna win. I'm rooting for Izzy just because, dude, he's been through a lot, been able to hold the belt, and to come in and still fight and still chase the dream. Izzy's a boss. I'm happy for him. Glad to see him back at it. Glad to see him getting a main event. I think this is great. Some of the lower cards that I was looking in to, the girls going at it. Jasmine fighting Bueno Silva. I think that's going to be a great fight for both of them. I think that's going to be fun to watch. And the next one that I want to talk about is Muhammad Naimov, excuse me, and Khan Alfley. I think that's going to be great. I can't wait. And then Mike Davis and Ziam from France. That's going to be fun as well. So I think all of the cards that Dana White and UFC have, or I mean all the fights on this card, I think it's fantastic. The only shame is, it is at 10 a.m. our time. But what a card! What a card! I can't wait. And now, mind you, the following weekend, Dreykus and Strickland too. Duplessis going at it with Strickland yet again. Hopefully, Strickland comes in with a solid mind this time around. I feel like he got into his emotions last time a little bit too much. We'll see, but it's going to be great. Zhang Wei Li getting back in there. Justin Tafa getting back in there. So this is going to be a great card too. And now, obviously, it's going to be UFC 312, so you're going to have to pay some money for it. But, dude, we've got some great fights ahead of us. I can't wait. This is great. Now, let's move on to the NFL. Let's go back. And, it's been talked about all week, and I know. But I want to give my 2 cents in there. The Commies and the Eagles, the Commanders kind of just showed their age, made some mistakes. The Eagles capitalized. Saquon. He did his thing. The defense did their thing. I think if you're a Commander fan, it was nothing to hang your hat on. To hang your head on. Everything to hang your hat on. Be proud of it. Move on. You've got a bright future. Jaden Daniels doing his thing. Moving forward, I think you guys have nothing but bright football ahead. So hang in there. The Eagles, congratulations, NFC champs. I think everybody kind of knew it. From jump, especially after the Lions fell. And hey, it's like I've been calling it all postseason long. This was the perfect year for a team like the Eagles, who were kind of counted out just because the Lions and the Vikings, kind of showed out, and it was like, whoa, it's not as cut and dry as the mainstream media wanted you to think. And the Eagles came out and proved it. They went and played their ball, and they balled the fuck out. They did their thing. Now, Let's get into some controversy. The Bills and Chiefs. Tough game, tough loss for Josh Allen and company. I was rooting for the Bills. I dislike all the hype that goes with the Chiefs. The Chiefs are playing good ball, right? The Chiefs, like I said, were another one of those teams where it wasn't cut and dry. They had a couple of close games. Um, this game in particular was extremely close. Couple of questionable calls there. I think everybody was rooting for the Bills, unless you're a Chiefs fan and a real Chiefs fan, not a Chiefs fan since 2024. I think that the Chiefs, the hype and all the bullshit marketing that goes with it that the NFL does, I think a lot of that's where a lot of the hate comes from. And then you got a lot of misconstrued opinions where, oh, the refs are in their pocket, and the refs are doing this and that for them. Listen, those two downs that should have been first downs, they should have been first downs. They should have been first downs. No questions asked. That catch was questionable, but a lot of people forget these last couple of years, the Chiefs have been playing such high quality ball, right? They're going to get calls that certain teams won't, or that other teams won't. And everybody seems to forget they did the shit for Michael Jordan. You can find the clip on the internet. The ref comes up, "Hey, Mike, he got you? He got you?" And Mike's like, "Yeah, he fucking got me. All right, 2 shots." And he gave it up for Mike. Tom Brady used to get all kinds of calls. Peyton Manning used to get all kinds of calls. In baseball, if you're a certain pitcher or a certain catcher, when you frame a certain way, you're going to get certain strikes that other pitchers won't, right? And hate it or love it, that's the humanism part of the game. I don't wish to do away with it. No, I don't like it, especially because it helped the Chiefs this time around, and it has, frankly, all season. But that's what happens, right? When you get guys like this that play such high quality ball, and everybody's used to seeing them make big plays. When one of them comes up after a close play and they come up acting like, "Hey, yeah, I've been there, I've done this. This is what I just did," it's going to sway a ref's call. And I think a lot of people forget that. Where I don't think it's rigged or dirty. I just think the human effect took in, and then they started questioning themselves, or they had a wide open mind about it, saw how the player react, and that helps. Um, I don't understand how in 2025, and I'm not the first one to say this, and I forget his name, who is, but how in 2025 we can watch a fucking rocket leave orbit and track it through fucking space, but we can't see where the ball is on 4th fucking down. It drives me up a wall. It's 2025, guys. We could watch a fucking golf ball get hit, and we could follow it all the way until it lands and tell you how fucking fast it goes, but we can't find the ball on 4th down. This is a problem, right? We've got a home run tracker. Aaron Judge hits a fucking home run. We can tell you how far it went, how fast it went, the launch angle, where it landed, but we still can't find the football. This needs to be fixed. I think a lot of the issues go when, like, people were mad at the challenge. It was everybody felt like, I think it was Knox or Kincaid got the first down the first time. Allen got the first down the second time, right? And I think what everybody forgets is when referees make a call and they go to the review, it isn't to do what's right per se. It's how much evidence do we have to overturn the call that was on the field. A lot of people forget that. This is where I think soccer has it right with the VAR, and they check and they say, "Hey, this is what happened on the play. Everything else is negated. Doesn't matter." I think that's what football needs to turn to. The challenge flags are pretty much fucking pointless because they're going to review any big play or any close play anyways. Now, I think if football reviewed those plays to say, "Hey, this is what's right in this situation," instead of how much evidence can we find to overturn this call, I think there'd be a lot more happy fans. I think that we'd have a lot more situations where it doesn't feel like the ref took the game from the team, right? It's a tough call. Josh Allen was in a scrum. One sideline judge was coming up top. One sideline judge was coming on the bottom of the first down marker. It's really hard. You have those arguments out there where the nearsighted line judge should have been like, "Hey, this was the call. I'm overruling you." You have all those arguments. I think the problem it stems deeper than that, and we need to use the technology in 2025 that's available to us. That being said, that's my take on it. The Chiefs whatever. They won again, 32-29. And no matter what anybody says, with those three calls, the Bills still had their opportunity to win. That's what everybody forgets because they're so busy being pissed off at Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce that these teams that the Chiefs have been beating all year long have had their opportunities to put the Chiefs away, and they didn't. And that's what separates the Chiefs from anybody else right now, is that they don't have, massive key plays in the game, or not key plays, but massive, ESPN highlight reel game plays in the game, but they have massive key plays in the game, right? Where it counts, they score. Where it counts, they stop somebody. That's what is playoff football. Everybody forgets the regular season is the regular season. It don't mean shit. Your stats don't mean shit. Once that playoff clock starts ticking, that's when your season starts. That's when it's the real deal. That's when whatever you do matters now. Saquon's fucking records, for the year didn't matter. And it wouldn't have mattered if they lost to anybody in the playoffs. But now they're playing for a Super Bowl, and that's something to build on. Now it all matters. Everybody forgets that. Hate them or love them, the Chiefs are in it. The Eagles are in it. A lot of people are saying they're not going to want to watch the Super Bowl. I understand. I'm going to watch the Super Bowl because I want to see the Eagles fucking take it to them. I don't want a three-peat in the Chiefs. And I think we could all blame the NFL for how they've been marketing it. Nonetheless, the NFL is brilliant. They made a lot of money off of it. That being said, moving forward, Super Bowl, Eagles, Chiefs. I'm calling it. I'm calling it now. Eagles 17, Chiefs 13. I think it's going to be a close game. I think defenses are going to take effect. And I think the Eagles come away with it. I think Saquon gets a Super Bowl. And good for Sirianni for proving all those haters wrong. I don't understand the heat that Sirianni has gotten. That's it. That's all I got, folks. Thanks for joining me. Once again, this is Back to the Drawing Board. We'll be back next week.